Healing Activities Part 3. If you're like me, you love music. Some aspect of music, some type of music. And there are songs that you could have possibly dedicated to somebody, sung the song about them, engaged in activity while the song was playing with them, been a part of a party or something like that, or y'all karaoke and y'all sung the song. And now you no longer listen to the song, and you may do that with places as well. So one of the activities that was part of my healing journey and still a part of my healing journey is redefining those songs, places, and anything that I stopped doing concerning those people. Now, as much as I love music, there are songs that I have probably sung about or to other people and engaged in activities with them. So what I do is, as the song plays, I sing it to myself or I sing it about something else. And I make playlists to help me to heal through those different songs that include those songs and sing them to myself, give them a new definition. I'll change up the words a little bit if I want to, because what happens is it starts to rewire your brain and also rewire your pain. When you redefine something and shift the perception of it, it's game changing. It means that you're now in control of the emotion that it's going to provoke within you, the energy it's going to bring into your life, and you'll be able to enjoy certain aspects of music that you weren't able to do without that person. Again, you'll be able to do it again because you're now redefining it. Going to places that you went with other people, like experiences that you've had, no experience is going to be the same, just basically because every time you experience that thing, you're going to be in a different energy and it'll be a part of a different timeline. So you want to put yourself in a position where you're able to experience that place in a different way, with different people, by yourself, however you want to do it, have different meals, but allow yourself to truly let that thing go. Action is going to be your friend when you're redefining anything. So I'll give you an example. But actually, before the example, I want to say one thing. Many times when we have something that has brought us great pain or someone who has harmed us, there is something about that person that sticks in our mind. And many times, people who have been abused by someone physically, mentally, or emotionally, or sexually, they will remember something about that person that the brain will actually, it won't make it into a fetish, but it will try to make it a good thing. It'll try to like trigger it into something that is attractive, because the brain is always trying to save you. So the example I'll give you is this. If someone has sexually taken advantage of you, okay, you may remember that person's cologne. You may remember that the person smokes cigars. You may remember what the room smells like. And there may be parts of what happened to you that you have blacked out in your mind. But there is, when you smell the smell can either smell amazing to you and you have no idea why you find that thing so alluring, or it can make you want to puke. And that's two extremes altogether. When this happens, you need to then address and sit within yourself, meditate, call in your spirit team, ask your guides, your higher self to assist you to understand what that triggering scent, smell, whatever is about. Because once you're able to focus on it, they may not replay what actually happened. They may give you a snippet of what took place and to help you better understand what you're dealing with and why you now are in a position where that smell is causing some type of sensory issue within you. So when I was touched inappropriately, the person used to smoke pipes and cigars. And there was some aspect of me who had not put two and two together, that I loved the smell of a sweet cigar. And it wasn't love like I would just smell it and I'd be like, oh man, that smells good. That smells sweet. And so But there was something happening in my body, and it wasn't like arousing. Actually, it was, I could say that it smelled sweet, but I could feel my body tensing up and feeling like angry. And then I would go to this place of like frozen, a frozenness, where I would like be drifting in and out of my thoughts, just trying to like not really focusing on where I was, but I felt like my body was like in a time warp and just warping back and forth. When I were just from that, like within like a good 5 minutes, I would just feel that, and I was like, "What is this? I don't understand what this is." So I sat with Spirit, and I said, "Show me what this is, and help me to release it, whatever it is." I was like, because I'm sure that I love certain scents. I was like, but this is different, and how my body reacts to it is a little frightening to me, because I didn't know how to control it, because I would just go into like this warping feeling like I was going in and out of timelines. So when Spirit showed me, I was meditating, and Spirit always shows me the smallest aspect of it. And even now as I talk about it, I can feel my face getting like flesh. I don't feel my body like feel it getting tense, but I can feel that tears are welling up in my eyes, because I had a moment of flashback. And I haven't had a moment of flashback like that in a long time. So you're catching this live. So as it happened, as I'm meditating, Spirit always shows you, Spirit doesn't want to trigger you. Spirit always wants to help you to understand what you're dealing with and how to release it. So the first thing that I did was, of course, I went through, different patterns of breathing, just so I could like get myself to a calm enough space to start speaking out of my mouth that I was safe. I'm safe. It took me a long time to say I'm safe. I'm safe and I am loved. I am not the decisions of my abuser. I am not the person that I was back then that was unable to defend themselves. I am strong. I am protected. I was protected then. Someone else's will to overtook a situation, and that person will be held accountable for their actions. Like I started going into all types of like affirmations to myself, because I needed to reparent and also make my inner child feel as safe as possible, because my inner child was frantic. Now, here's a little note. You have multiple versions of your inner child at different ages and stages. So you have to visit with them and really find out what it is that they need from you. You know, your younger self, your teenager self, your even yourself within your 20s. Like you can visit those versions of yourself to really like address where you are and to find out what they need from you. So as I did this meditation, I started feeling like I just started crying, because I needed to release that pain, that frustration. I needed to really like speak about what it was that I was feeling. So then I would write. I would meditate, cry, and write. Meditate, cry, and write. And then Spirit would have me play songs, and I would meditate, cry, write, dance. Meditate, cry, write, dance. And then one day I went to meditate, and I was doing something I went to meditate, and I thought, oh, I'm healed, I'm fine. I smelled a sweet cigar, and I felt myself like take a moment, but I wasn't warping this time. And I was excited that I wasn't warping. But there was like a warrior that stood up in me and said, we don't do nothing with cigars. And I was like, I said, that don't even smell good anymore. And in that moment, I knew that I had done the work, that I was no longer held by those safety constructs my mind had created so that I would not lose myself, and that I was free.